Hey everyone, gather round, because tonight I'm sharing a story that's so unsettling. It was allegedly banned from being published in 3 different countries. Now, I can't confirm the bans for sure, but after you hear it, you might understand why some people would want it hidden away. Are you ready? Let's begin. The story's called The Echo Collector. It's about a man named Alistair, a sound archivist who lived in a remote, forgotten town. Alistair wasn't interested in bird songs or thunderstorms. He collected echoes. Specifically, the last sounds ever made in a place before it fell silent forever. He had a strange, custom-built device that he claimed could capture these residual sound waves. His collection included the final tick of a clock in a deserted watchmaker's shop and the last whisper of wind through the rafters of a collapsed barn. One day, he heard a legend about an old, abandoned sanatorium deep in the woods, a place where hundreds of patients had vanished overnight a century ago. No one knew what happened. The place was just empty one morning. The locals whispered that the building itself had consumed them. For Alistair, this was the ultimate prize, the collective echo of hundreds of voices silenced at once. He packed his equipment and ventured into the decaying forest. The sanatorium loomed from the mist, a skeletal structure with shattered windows like vacant eyes. Inside, the air was thick with the smell of dust and decay. He set up his device in the main hall, a cavernous room where flakes of paint drifted down like snow. He calibrated the machine, adjusted the frequencies, and put on his headphones. First, there was only static. He fine-tuned the dials, pushing the machine's capabilities to its limit. Then, a faint sound emerged. It was a murmur, like a distant crowd. As he increased the gain, the murmur grew clearer. It wasn't screams or cries for help, it was laughter. Not joyful laughter, but a hollow, chilling sound that seemed to mock the very silence it was breaking. Hundreds of voices, men, women, and children, all laughing in a discordant chorus. Alistair felt a shiver crawl down his spine, but his obsession pushed him forward. He wanted a clearer recording. He cranked the device to maximum, a level the manual warned could cause unpredictable feedback. The headphones screeched, and he tore them off his ears. The room fell silent again. But it wasn't the same silence. This one felt heavy, watchful. Then he heard it. Not through his headphones, but with his own ears. A single soft chuckle from the far end of the hall. He froze, peering into the shadows. Nothing. He told himself it was just his mind playing tricks. He started packing his gear, his hands trembling. That's when another laugh echoed, this time closer. And another from a different direction. Soon the hall was filled with them, a symphony of disembodied laughter swirling around him, getting louder and closer. He grabbed his recorder and ran. The laughter chased him down the long, dark corridors, bouncing off the peeling walls. It followed him out of the sanatorium and into the woods. He didn't stop running until the sun came up, and he collapsed on the edge of town, the haunting sound finally fading behind him. Alistair never went back to collecting echoes, destroyed his device and his entire collection. But the story doesn't end there. He claimed that sometimes, in the dead of night, when the house is completely quiet, he can still hear it. A faint chuckle, just on the edge of his hearing. Says the sanatorium didn't just give him an echo. It gave him one of its own. And the most disturbing part. The reason the story was supposedly banned is because people who read it or heard it started reporting the same thing. They'd hear a faint, unexplained laugh in their quietest moments. Maybe it's just a power of suggestion, or maybe some stories are more than just words. Maybe they're echoes, too, waiting for a quiet place to be heard. So if you're alone later tonight and you hear something, try to ignore it. Thanks for listening. If you like this chilling tale, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss the next one. Stay safe out there.